Welcome to Lizards of the Toast. And we're going to talk today about some red cards from recent sets that I just think are the bee's buzz, man. And I just love these. And some of them have found their way into decks of my own, including Monstrous Rage here, which for one red, we really like that one red cost, right? Monstrous Rage, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Create a monster roll token attached to it. So the monster roll token is, we have one right. Where is it? Of course. Anyways, monster roll token. I don't have one right around me, but I do have a few of them. If you control another roll on it, put that one into the graveyard. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. So in a prowess deck, this is going to be money. Because not only is the creature going to get trample, it's going to get the +1/+1 for this. So that's +3/+1, but then if it has prowess, it's +4/+2. So this is just great, and then that token, that enchantment, is going to stand that creature, and if it's a prowess deck, like I said, it's going to keep trample. So that, too, is really good. So Monstrous Rage is one that I definitely get excited about. Definitely found its way into a couple of decks. The Witch's Mark. Now this one, I liked this. This is what I think Standard needed. I don't play Standard, but I think Standard can appreciate this, right? You may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Create a Wicked Roll token attached to up to 1 target creature you control. This enchanted creature gets 1/1. When this aura is put into a graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. So this is just wonderful. Definitely an upside and improvement to similar cards. And this one is one that I really, really like this card. Cast into the Fire deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures. Exile target artifact. So you're getting something to get rid of small blockers, which is pretty cool. Get out of here with yourself there. What are you doing? And then you can exile target artifact, which is important because you're not destroying an artifact. You're exiling it, which is better. And it's an instant. We like instants. Okay, so look at this 2-drop. This is one I find to be very interesting. For 1 and a red, you get this legendary creature, Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn. So you're putting a counter on it which will remain, but it does not keep trample. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. So this is going to be very good to play off the top of your deck and dig through what you need. This ability for a 1 and a red, there's no downside to this creature here. All right, Enterprising Scallywag now. Oh, wouldn't this be just Pauper's bee's knees if it was an uncommon, or a common, sorry. Enterprising Scallywag. It's a goblin pirate. Look at him. All these goblin pirates, they're all kind of like monkeys. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, create a treasure token. You descended if a permanent card was put into your graveyard from anywhere. So this is really a good card. 2/2 for 2 that does that. There's, again, really no downside to this. That's very good. I mean, it doesn't have haste. Now, oh, that's a green card, but hey, guess what? That's what we're after right there. Seek the Beast. Instant adventure. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play those cards. So it's an instant for 1 and a red. Very good here and attached to a great creature. So this really great Seek the Beast instant adventure attached to this awesome questing druid. Whenever you cast a spell that's white, blue, black, or red, put a 1/1 counter on the questing druid. So this is what we're focusing on for red, because we're in red. So that's very cool. It's an instant, which is even cooler. And here we have somebody that's very unique commander capabilities, I think. Legendary creature God. 2 and 2 red for Oyer Axonil Deepest Might. If a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Oyer Axonil's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Oyer Axonil's power. Instead, when Oyer Axonil dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. So let's do that. Oh, it turns into a land. Imagine having a land commander like this. So it's died, it transforms into a land. You can tap it and add 1 red. So for 2 and a red, transform Temple of Power. Activate only if a red source you control dealt 4 or more non-combat damage this turn and only as a sorcery. So this would find its way in a very special kind of deck, which would be a burn deck. So this is the burn commander. Even better than the next card, which both of these are really, I'm really working hard to think about building around. Imidane the Pyrohammer, 2 and 2 red, same casting cost as Ogier. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, Imidane deals that much damage to each opponent. So this is highly, highly exploitable in so many ways. Let me count the ways. 1, 2, 20, 30. Huh. How many burn spells can you think that aren't good unless they do this? How many crappy burn spells are awesome because of this? So that could play a role in some kind of Voltron commander. And we got, making up the last one here, these legendary creatures for 4. We have Aylmer, Marshal of Rohan. Aylmer has haste. He's a 4/4. So again, no downside with casting costs to what it does. And with the haste, 4/4, very good. Whenever 1 or more other attacking legendary creatures you control die, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. This ability triggers only once each turn. So this is really good if you're creating like a goblin token deck. Any deck that's got a lot of small creatures, and you know that something's going to die. And you could even attack with this and then sacrifice one of your own creatures while it's attacking to get a secondary combat step. This is so exploitable. In Commander, even though you can only do this once per turn, there's other cards that will give you the second combat. So what's really interesting to me about this, you can attack, sack a legendary, untap, attack, get another attack, and as long as you have enough damage, you could use this to get 3 attacks through. So not even just like a mono red, not even as a commander, but it'd be a way to do a thing like what's that, Celebrant? It's an Amonkhet card. You see it all the time. It is essentially you exert it, and then there's a secondary combat phase. So this coupled with that would be just great. So thanks for joining me. There's some food for thought. Those are just some red cards I've come to enjoy and have appreciated. And that Enterprising Scallywag, I definitely like that card. And as a second, let me see here. I think there was one other one I wanted to bring up. But where is it? Well, let me see. I know we have one around somewhere. Well, I guess I'll have to wait till the next one. You guys will have to wonder what it is. But it is essentially, the card I'm talking about is going to be a Goblin Guide without a downside. So when I do the next one, we'll talk about that Goblin Guide with no downside. See ya!